This is a project overview of the Safety Code AI Research Assistant. What are safety codes? Safety codes are legal instructions and regulations for construction. They tell you whether you need specific things. For example, does this building need a sprinkler system? They tell you how to install them, if you do. For example, how should this sprinkler system be installed? They are written using legal terminology, which often requires interpretation. See, for example, a rule from the Canadian Electrical Code Book. We can see that this is not using regular language that we use in our day-to-day. The Department of Municipal Affairs in the Government of Alberta is responsible for providing clarifications to questions on these codes coming from building inspectors, tradespeople, architects, engineers, and the general public, which would be your DIY homeowners. So what's the issue? There are many safety code documents which are discipline specific: electrical, buildings, gas, etc. Within each discipline, there are even more application-specific safety code documents. Refer to this diagram, for example. You have the building code, which references the Canadian Electrical Code, which references other codes specific to, for example, the Emergency Power Supply Code, Emergency Lighting Equipment Code, Packaging Equipment for Medical Barriers Code. Duty officers who are responding to these code clarifications within the Department of Municipal Affairs, who are very experienced in their respective disciplines, face frustration when trying to find relevant codes to a query. This is the initial phase of the tool we have developed for the duty officers to use, Safety Code Research Assistant. They begin by selecting a document type. We can look into code, stand data, which are informational bulletins, or previous questions and answers. We set up our documents, and now we may begin asking a question. Let's begin by asking, how far should receptacles be in my kitchen? Now what the model's doing, it's searching through the selected document types to find relevant codes to this question. And finally, we get our response. We get some general requirements for kitchen receptacles, specific receptacle requirements, and citations where this comes from. We can see the rules referenced over here in the citations being Section 26, Rule 26722, D, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We've opened up the Canadian Electrical Code on the right to refer to this. It has in fact found receptacles for dwelling units. In dwelling units, there shall be installed in each kitchen, and you can see the following rules that are being referenced with respect to the original question. However, it doesn't end here. We can continue to converse with the model. So here I'm asking it, can you elaborate on Rule 26722D3? It begins searching through the selected document types once again, and begins providing a response. It begins with a summary, some key points, and citations.